David Sedaris is an American humorist, comedian, author, and satirist. He was first known for his writing of Santaland Diaries in 1992, then Barrel Fever in 1994. As time went on, he wrote many other books that included collections of various essays. Much of Sedaris' humor is narrative and self-deprecating, and often consists of his jobs, family life, and travels around the world.
Sedaris was born on December 26, 1956, in Binghamton, New York, and grew up in the middle-class suburbs of Raleigh, North Carolina. When he was young, he was close with his 5 other siblings and didn't have very many childhood friends. In most of his books, he includes both good and bad experiences with his family and also the people who he meets all up through his life. Sedaris currently lives in England with his long-term boyfriend, Hugh Hamrick.
Barrel Fever was published in 1994 and is a collection of short stories and essays. The book is divided into 2 sections, with the first consisting of short fiction and the second half of autobiographical essays. The most famous of these essays is Santaland Diaries, which describes his experiences while working as an elf at Macy's. The essay made Sedaris more well-known after reading it on National Public Radio in 1992. Naked was published in 1997 and is a collection of 17 essays all about his life experiences while growing up. Sedaris relives otherwise traumatic experiences by putting a humorous spin on these memories.
Me Talk Pretty One Day, published in 2000, is a collection of 27 essays divided into 2 parts. The first part is about Sedaris' life before he moved to France, including his childhood in North Carolina, the different jobs he had while living in New York City, and his use of drugs. The second part is about Sedaris' life in France with his partner Hugh. It concentrates on their efforts to fit into the French lifestyle, including speaking the language.
Dress Your Family in Corduroy and Denim, published in 2004, was a collection of stories mainly from his childhood, good and bad memories about his family, and how they came to influence him later on in his life. He didn't have a lot of friends growing up, and he was very close with his siblings. Sedaris' writing is narration and self-deprecation. He talks about his family life, sexual orientation, jobs, education, drug use, and his travels, all of which obviously influences his work. He speaks his mind, and even though his writing may seem overdramatic and exaggerated, it reflects his personality. He is the kind of author that can talk about honest struggles people face in life without making them seem troubling at all. He writes in a relatable manner you can compare it to an inner sarcastic monologue.
For hours each night I would talk to people, asking pretty much whatever I wanted. The trick, of course, is to match the right person with the right question. Take this young woman I met in Boston a few years back. I'd been signing for almost 6 hours. When she finally stepped up to the table, my mind went blank. When did you last touch a monkey? I asked. I expected never, or it's been years, but instead she took a step back, saying, "Oh, can you smell it on me?" The young woman's name was Jennifer, and it turned out she worked for Helping Hands, an organization that trains monkeys to toil as slaves for paralyzed people. At her invitation, I visited the facility outside Boston and spent a pleasant afternoon having my pockets picked by some of her cleverer students.